Thanks for joining me today on this. It's going to be a quick tutorial on how to make selling simple so you can start selling your services without ever writing another proposal again. Now, it all starts with your offer. To be very blunt, if your offer sucks, you're going to be forced to write a lot of proposals so that people can actually just tell you no without ever responding back to you. That's what happens. They're going to end up disappearing. They're going to fall off the face of the earth, and they're just going to pretend like, oh, well, you know what? Send me a proposal. You know, you have a shot. When in fact, I don't believe that that's the case. I mean, in over 5 years now, I haven't written a proposal personally in over 4 years. And the reason why is because you're going to find that more people that ask for proposals are less likely to make a decision, and they're going to most likely end up having to share whatever's in your proposal to other people who are not qualified as you are to share that information with them yourself. So it's a lot of playing the game of telephone, and that's why your offer really has to make sense. Your offer has to be the thing that brings people to a point where they're like, you know what, I've got to make sure that whoever is the decision maker is there with me on this call. I have to make sure that whoever, that if it's me, that I'm prepared to move forward with this particular person, that I am in the right mindset to make a decision that's going to do business with this person, because last thing you want to do is start attracting terrible clients. The last thing you want to do is make your job more difficult. So your offer is going to really cement you into a position of strength and authority so that no matter who it is that sees you, you're going to be able to move them closer to the finish line. And during that process, they're going to actually be qualifying themselves. So they're going to be justifying their purchase to them about doing business with you, which makes your selling easy. It makes it simple, right? So the one question you have to ask yourself right now is, how are you making your core service irresistible? A couple of elements you can add if you don't have them already as a bonus, or a couple of them: some scarcity, some irresistible intriguingness to it, and a guarantee. Now, your sales process is going to be a very important part to obviously people not requesting a proposal from you. I've noticed that most consultants, most agency owners, most business owners, they just don't have a real tight knit on how long it's going to take to convert leads to clients, right? So a lot of the time they're getting leads, then they're getting bookings, but then they're having to have the meeting. Then they're going to have to write the proposal. Then they have to have the second and third and fourth meeting for these proposals. And then finally it's a no, or they end up getting rescheduled. So now you're going out 30 to 45 days without actually closing the deal. Now, is that what your system looks like? Is that what your process looks like? If so, we need to be able to shrink that, and we need to shrink it dramatically. So a way that we could do that is, number one, by identifying your customer journey. What does it look like right now? We need to know how long it's going to take for them to convert from a lead to a client. How are you handling your objections right now? How far are you willing to go to educate your market so that really they're not even going to ask for a proposal after you meet with them? It's just a, hey, look, can you do what you say you're going to do? Let's go ahead and make this. Let's go ahead and make this partnership work. Right? That's how the simplicity of the conversation should be going. Now, the third thing that you have to remember is that it's going to, again, start with your marketing strategy. So we've gone through your offer, we've gone through your sales process. Then you have to start really refining and getting clear on what your marketing strategy is. Notice that it's got to be identified how you're going to be marketing. Is it through videos? Is it through blog posts? Is it through your website? Is it through a third-party site? Is it through, where is it at? How are you doing this? And where are you going to distribute it at? Is it on Google? Is it on social media platforms? And how often are you going to be basically rotating these new offers in there? Are you going to only run with one offer? Do you have more than one offer? Are you going to run it with that one offer for 30 days? How are you going to do this? And to whom? Is it going to be to people who don't realize that they have a problem? To those who do know they have a problem but aren't looking for the solution? Is it to past clients? Is it to lookalike audience? Is it to people who, like, where is it that you actually, to whom are you going to be marketing this to? Once this is done correctly, you will have shrank your sales process dramatically. Then once those three things have been identified, we're going to focus on actually building your new sales and marketing system. Because the marketing may lead the charge, but the sales is always what matters most. And now if we're going to break down the value in which we're going to sell, okay, people will always put into an argument saying that, you know what, I really don't have to create this value-based offer. I really just want to get straight to a purchase. Okay, you can do that. But you have to understand there are stipulations, meaning that the business model behind that, or I should start with saying that the product price has to be less than $200. I mean, you've got to have a really inexpensive product price if you want to run direct to consumer and you want to make sure that it's just cold traffic. It's one time. It's really important that you understand that you set the right expectations. So I'm not going to go into too much, explanation about selling low cost products because again, you should only be using that to offset your advertising costs. You should be using that to liquidate your advertising costs so that any of your, let's say, high ticket clients or any of your whatever it is that you're selling above $200, right, is going to be coming to you already paid for. That's what you're looking for. That's the only reason why you would create a $37 product is to hopefully break even on your actual meeting costs. So if you're getting meetings for like $30 and you can get a purchaser for $5 or $6 and you're going to spend 37 to get 30, it makes sense. But if that's not the case, then let's not focus on that kind of thing because you can really make a big splash in the market by just offering results in advance. When you're selling high ticket services, those results in advance offers are going to help you not only test your concept, but they're going to help you pre-qualify your leads and get you predictable meetings with qualified prospects. Now, if that doesn't sound like a win-win-win-win-win, then I don't know what does. Instead of trying to build out a $37 product funnel, why not actually deliver value that every free thing you give away actually generates you revenue? That's what we're looking for, and that's what all my clients experience. Once you have that value set up and that first piece of the system set up, then you could work on the second piece, which is your pitch. Now, instead of having to sound classless, like, one of those ShamWow guys, with my VPC method, you don't have to worry about that. You never have to sound like that ShamWow guy in your ads or promotional material. You're going to be introducing your product with class. And that is how we do it. We have a simple setup that we walk our clients through that makes sure that it's done efficiently, and that you don't have to have any high-tech cameras. You don't have to have any kind of editing software or anything like that. But during this stage, we will be introducing your brand, your philosophy, your methodology, and some tactics that you're using. And we're going to do it in such a way that makes everyone want to watch till the end and make it to where, hey, you know what? Those that do end up taking you up on this offer, they end up knowing more about who you are and what you stand for. So they end up staying longer as clients, right? They end up staying longer as clients, which is an amazing thing that you can have. Imagine just by adding a couple of steps to your sales process, you can go from having a 1 or 2 month, because I know that it's pretty abysmal for most agencies and consultants. It's like 1 month to 2 month retention, right? Our retention is over 12 months, and we have clients with us for 4 years, right? So I mean, it's really incredible when you have these types of systems in place because people will fall in love with who you are as much as what you can do. And that means a lot to the longevity of a client. During this process, I want you to also imagine it's not like you're pitching again like that ShamWow guy, but you're really just imagine it being like with a close conversation with just the right person. You and I both know that we don't need to pitch to everybody, only to those that are interested. So that's why my phase 1 is so important. You have to establish the value first before any pitch can ever be considered. I think we can agree to that. And so the third thing that you have to get to now is the third phase. We've established that value, phase 1, pitching, phase 2, closing, phase 3. This is where it gets fun. We've worked hard to get to this point. Imagine you've already paid to be seen. You've paid for the lead. You've paid to be put in front of them a few extra times with your philosophy and with your story and how they can get to know, like, and trust you, right? You paid for all that, right? That you put in the time and the effort and the advertising dollars to get those first 2 phases and stages accomplished. But now if we get to this stage and they're not in a buying mindset or you can't close the deal, guess what happens? It's a big waste of time. So we don't want to put any pressure on you during that sale. We want to make sure that you closing the deal can happen with zero pressure. And with my VPC method and the Northwicks sales system, you never have to worry about using dirty sales tactics to close the deal. It's always, and it's all about genuine interest in demonstrating you can do what you say you're going to do. My clients actually only use 8 words to close 10,000 plus deals. It's simple. And when you only have those 8 words to remember, you don't need a script to study. The words are, would you like help with putting everything together? That's it, right? That's it. If you're forced to do more than that, then believe me, your system is broken and you're working way too hard. It's unnecessary to do more than that. There's no NLP necessary. You don't need to be persuasive in every angle and be all, it doesn't need to be like that. You can literally just set your system up to where at the end, that end phase is, hey, would you like some help with putting everything together? That's it. And when you do have that, you end up getting a system that's guaranteed to put you in a position that makes everything you do in business way more predictable. My clients never again have issues with generating quality traffic, lead generation, sharing their message, getting meetings, closing deals, creating offers, scaling their efforts, hiring teams, or internal systems or processes. And that is a guarantee I leave with each and every one of my clients. And if you would like, let me show you what I mean. All you have to do is just register for a free sales and marketing kickoff call. It's about 30 to 45 minutes, and we're going to actually go through your specific system that you have right now. If you don't have one, it's okay. There are a couple of questions I'm going to get from you, a couple answers I should say I'm going to get from you after you register that'll help me actually develop and design a custom system just for you. I mean, I'm talking about the front end system, the back end system, new offer ideas, new lead gen ideas. I'm talking just the whole layout. And I'm going to put it out for you. I'm going to actually create it for you in a 21-step game plan. This way, I'm not going to overwhelm you with what I give you. And at the end of the call, you can actually take the recording, you could take the blueprints, and you could take the step-by-step action plan and start to put together everything yourself. Now, of course, my selfish hopes in all this is that you would want some help with putting some stuff together. But at the end, there's no harm, no foul. At the end of the week, I do this so often for so many people that it is great to see the impact in these businesses. So if you're ready for that impact, you want to see how it can help you grow, go ahead and just head on over to northwicksconsulting.com/VPC method and register for a call with me personally. I promise there's not going to be any hounding, no harsh sales tactics or anything like that, and you're going to walk away with some extreme value. So I hope you had some fun today. Hope you learned a lot, got a lot of insight out of what a good sales and marketing system can do for your business, and I look forward to seeing you on the call. Take care.